Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Beer Advent Calendar, day 21. Yesterday was the last of the scheduled bag of cans days, and predictably, as I suggested I might actually on the show, I carried on a little bit in the evening, and I have to admit I did feel a touch sensitive this morning, but I soldiered on through as you'd expect, and here we are again with day 21, and it says on the label, "Oh Christmas beer, oh Christmas beer." So as you can imagine, my detective instinct kicked in, and I thought, right, what's this then? It's going to be a strong 10% monster of a beer that is going to be really difficult to drink. But the thing is, I only read the label about an hour ago, and I'd already started tucking into some beers because I'm not doing a great deal this week, quite frankly. So it's kind of like I'm on holiday already. Getting into the holiday spirit. And then I've got this to cope with, so should be interesting. We have some people in already. Hello, Pete. How you doing, mate? And Thurls, Evening Squire, and Mark Watcher. Thank you very much for tuning in, fellas. Right. Without any further ado, I'm going to open this Christmas present and see what it is. Oh, we got Dan as well. Excellent. Hello, Dan. How you doing, mate? All right. Oh, look at this. It's a St. Bernardus Christmas Ale, which is absolutely fabulous, as if you'll pardon the reference to a 96 sitcom. I've got a glass here that I was going to drink it out of, but in keeping with the theme of using the correct glassware for Belgian beers, I'm going to go and get the actual glass. So bear with me, like 30 seconds. And as if by magic, there you go. Look at that, Saint Bernardus from Watteau. It's Saint Bernardus is in the Flanders region of Belgium, but it's so close to the French border. I mean, you could probably throw a stone from the top of their brewery and get it to the French border if you were like really good at throwing stones. Anyway, I visited last year, and we had such a really nice experience there. I'm a big fan of theirs. They're the sort of poor man's version of Westvleteren, but actually they've put out some really good beers, in their own right, and quite frankly, some of them are better than the Westvleteren, I think. The Christmas ale is fantastically strong, but I'm delighted that this was the result of the label, because it could have been something a lot worse, and I wouldn't have liked it. This stuff, however, is great. It's hefty. Let me pour it out and show you what it is. You see, you got that almost dark, almost Coca-Cola-y sort of colour going on. It's very fizzy, as you can see. And look, I don't know if you can see that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. You'd see that and you'd think, that's not beer, but it is. Oh, and it smells amazing. I'm going to just check on the ABV because, yes, 10%. I was right. I think I had this time last year, and I don't remember much about how it tasted. I do remember it being a bit strong, though. Anyway, let's tuck in and see, shall we? It smells yeasty, which isn't always a good sign, but with a beer it usually is. Oh, Mm. Oh, it keeps giving. God dear. Okay. Where do you start? I mean, I think initially I'm kind of overwhelmed by how carbonated it is. It's very fizzy, but that just helps deliver all of the flavour around your mouth. And there's loads of flavour going on. I mean, right at the end, I got like a fig roll. Do you remember fig rolls? That was the overall impression I got at the end. But there's all sorts in between. There's plums. There's raisins, Christmas cake kind of thing going on. But nice. I mean, not shitty, dry Christmas cake. Really, really nice, thick, clearly laced with sherry or brandy or the like kind of Christmas cake. That kind of thing. Mm. Oh, and it's really strong. Great. It is very powerful, and it's going to get me. It's going to get me very drunk. Let's face it, it is. And I'm not going to finish this on air because that would take me too much time. I'm going to sip this for the rest of the evening. But it is really very hefty, though it doesn't taste like it's going to hurt. If you see what I mean. A lot of really strong beers like this, you just drink them and you just think, oh, for fuck's sake, that's way too much. This you don't. And I think that's probably down to the fact that, it does have a high level of carbonation. There's loads of fizz going on. I'm going to burp, as you can tell. Oh, not quite. But that will repeat on me, I expect. There will definitely be some repetition. And it will... But there's a lot of flavour going on as well. There's so many different kind of fruits and bitterness and sweetness and maltiness and caramel and almost, the possibly potentially a bit of coffee and chocolate going on in there as well. So yeah, it's got that level of complexity. It's not going to be. It's not just pure booze, if you like, which I'm going to aim for on Christmas Day. But today, the Christmas ale from St. Bernardus is an absolute winner. If you can get your hands on it, by all means do, because it becomes highly recommended at Beer Advent Calendar Towers. Cheers. Delicious. A big thank you to Mike and Em from Chapter 1 in Bath, who put this calendar together, and this one. Thank you very much. Delighted. I would have drunk this on any of the days, but yeah, this is a terrific beer. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will be doing the same thing again tomorrow. I suspect I might have had a couple of beers by the time I get around to it tomorrow at 7:00. But yeah, it just makes it a bit more fun, doesn't it? Please tune in again if you can. If not, you can always catch it on catch up. That's fine. And yeah, until then, cheers.